What's going on, everybody? So today I want to talk about the new Paragon tree strategy. Now, I've already went over the 3 Paragon trees themselves. I don't think that any of them are particularly good, but I want to go over the strategy that I think everyone should be doing. And it's something I've gone over previously. It's just changed a little bit since the new 3 Paragon trees have been added. So let's start off here. I've just reset it for you guys so I can do it on the video here. What we're going to be doing is going for our damage nodes, of course, and the armor penetration nodes. Now, on with the armor pen and damage nodes, we actually want to pick up a few key trees. Now, I definitely recommend you guys run Treasure Hunter, especially with the recent update. You're going to get a ton of value from each of this tree, or all the skills from this tree, because we're looking for a ton of legendary items in the open world now, due to the fact that Hell 6, Hell 7, Hell 8 are active. Second thing after we pick up our Treasure Hunter is going into Gladiator. Now, this only matters if you care about PvP. Now, I sometimes do PvP. I really haven't done a lot of it recently because after the recent server merges and all that type of stuff, the PvP has just been overrun with an absolute mass amount of whales, and it's really unfun for me. But after you pick up Cheat Death, you're going to go over to this damage node on the right-hand side. Then we have Survivor here, and this one we're going to wait till later because you can see there's actually quite a bit of nodes that we have to pick up beforehand, and so we're going to wait on that one just for a second. We're going to go for Vanquisher here because this is going to be a ton of damage, and we're only going to pick up the damage nodes on this left-hand side. You can see behind me right there. We're going to be picking up that. I guess I can move myself over so you guys can see it a little bit easier here. Picking up those left-hand side nodes. Now, for this one, I also would recommend going into deeper pockets because I have been really in need of salvage. So I am going to go for deeper pockets, but if you care about a little bit more damage right now, you may want to go and forego this one. But I personally value the 3 inventory rows a lot. It's going to speed up a lot of different things that I'm doing and just make it a little bit more convenient for me. Then we're going to move over to Soldier here. Soldier is going to be next, and we're going to have quite a bit of damage to pick up here. Now, I'm going to forego the armor pen on this node, and the reason for this is we're going to be looking for straight up damage first off. And then we're going to move into Mastermind here, and I'm going for this one because in order to get to the damage node, we're actually going to pick up the armor pen, so it's a little bit higher value. That's going to give us another 400 damage there. And then we move into our final 3 trees. Now, these trees, the first one that you're going to want to pick up is Massacre. Why? Because you have a ton of damage to pick up really early on. You can see right here, 25 damage. Woo! Really nice. Brawler here is going to be the next one. Now, you can go into the armor pen for 5 points, but it is going to take up a few points to go ahead and pick that up. Or you can go on the right-hand side and go for life into damage. Actually, I scratch that. You have to go on this left-hand side. I thought you could go for this one, but you cannot. You have to go for this side, so you have to go that direction. And then, of course, we have Duelist here, which is going to give us a little bit extra damage as well. Let's pick up that damage node from Brawler. We're going to want to go for the armor, and then I'm going to personally pick up the armor pen because I'd rather use 5 points on armor pen versus 1 point. That's going to be useless for me, and I'm going to pick up that damage there. Boom. And then we're going to go into Duelist, and we're going to pick up the damage here. There we go, into resistance and into damage. All right, so you can see here I'm at 22 points, and now we have to all the way back to Survivor here. Again, we have to require a lot of points into this one, and honestly, actually, you don't require an absolute buttload of points, but it is a decent amount. You definitely have to invest a decent amount of points to actually get to this damage node. And you can see here, I still have quite a few points to acquire. I need 10 here, 1 here, so that's 11, plus 25 here. So that's a total of 36 more levels before we could fully take advantage of all the damage nodes in the game. And I'll probably do an updated video in a couple of weeks when we actually get to that point, filling out the rest of the armor pen nodes as well, because I believe those are quite important. But you can see here, I currently have 3,500 damage, and if I were to pick up the extra 25, where is it? There we go, the 25 damage here, that would be additional 500, as you can see from the Vanquisher here, another 500 damage, which would put the total at 4,000 damage, which is a massive, massive bonus. And as we can see, if we just pop back over out of that, we check out our damage here, 10,904. Now, if I just go back and compare that to the previous iteration of the Paragon trees, because again, we can get a total of, let's see here, previous video, if I'm scrolling back, we can see the total damage amount that I showed you all is 2,600 free damage. So So we got 2600 beforehand, and now we're getting 4K total. So we're actually getting 1400 more damage. Now, as I said, I had 2600 before, and I'm getting 3500 right now, which means I got a 900 damage bonus, which is almost 10% damage increase. That's massive. That is a huge amount of damage increase. And you guys don't need that much armor pen, to be honest. If I move myself back over here, now I have to level up my Ivan Fod Sanctum and stuff like that. So I still have a lot of work to do for this, so I can level this up. But there's a soft cap to this in PvE. So you really don't need to focus on a ton of armor pen that much realistically in PvE. So I wouldn't worry about this too much. You really want that high damage more so than the armor pen. And then after, you want to pick up the armor pen, unless you're PvPing. And then in that case, maybe you want some potency, you might want some resistance, or you might want some additional armor pen there as well. Definitely depends on what you're running or what you prefer to do, because also on that note, again, this is a pure PvE kind of strategy, and PvP. It also works for PvP as well. But if you're looking for a mass PvP build, you might want to go for rapid recovery. You might want to prioritize a little bit more life than just strict damage. You might want to prioritize even Trapper here, or even going for something like the Survivor tree, which has some decent bonuses in PvP as well, or even going for something like over here. I definitely would not recommend running anything outside of Treasure Hunter for the most part. I think that going for the extra damage, keep in mind you can get like 6% or what is this, 5% attack speed and 5% damage, right? But 5% damage, this can actually stack out 15 to 15 times, so this is 7.5% damage. Yes, you can run Vanquisher. Yes, you can run the 7.5% damage, but I'd rather just run Treasure Hunter overall, because you oftentimes don't even care about that damage in PvE, and this is just going to give you some value in drops and gold, which are both really important, again, because we've gone to those new hell difficulties and everyone's scrambling for more legendary items. So any boost to that is massively valuable. I prefer to run that over something like Massacre, even though I think Massacre is a solid one and actually better for XP. It's worse for drops, and that's the only thing that I care about, really. I really don't care about a ton of XP, right? Because it's capped. So that's gonna be the strategy, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I am really appreciative towards the new Paragon trees. It gives me a little bit more to kind of look out for, because after you get the damage and the armor pen, you're kind of like, well, yeah, I can get life and things like that, but that doesn't really increase my damage. It makes me more powerful in PvE. So I was kind of a little bit down on the Paragon and getting levels, but now with the new Paragon trees, I've been really enjoying it. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys have been enjoying this previous update. I've been really enjoying the game since then, and I've been playing a lot more. And thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.